Hello, everyone. Welcome to Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake. I normally would say comic podcast, and I think the live button just went up. I might look a little bit familiar if you're kind of used to seeing this view. This is me from Rob's Rogues, but also from Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake comic podcast. Terrence has been helming the YouTube page, and that's been really cool that he's been doing that, been doing 5-minute comic book reviews. So this is a little bit of an update for the audio podcast, and also to kind of test out the Google Hangouts, something that Terrence and myself would really like to do at some point. Excuse me, always fun going live, is doing live content. Maybe after, one of the first things we wanted to do was after when The Killing Joke came out, we wanted to hop on Google Hangouts and talk instantaneously, not only to one another, but to kind of share our thoughts having seen the movie live. We talked about doing that with Suicide Squad and trying to figure out what I do on Rob's Rogues, if I can get that implemented on the startup for Everyone Loves the Drake. And since this podcast and the YouTube page, more importantly for the YouTube page, is still very small, we're limited on what we can do with the YouTube page. So first things first, getting up to 100 subscribers will really help the YouTube page. Most importantly, it'll allow us to get an official name, because right now I think technically to look us up, you'd have to go to www.youtube.com/4935613. So YouTube wants you to get like 100 subscribers, so that way at the end of the .com/ it'll say Everyone Loves the Drake, or Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake, whatever Terrence decides to name the YouTube page. So it'll be a little easier rather than saying just go to the search engine and type in, Everyone Loves the Drake. So we have that. First and foremost, trying to get 100 subscribers would really help out the channel to be able to improve what we can offer you for the YouTube content, and then to kind of piggyback into the podcast as well. So this was just an update. Episode 42 just came out this past Wednesday, if I have my numbers correct. I believe it is 42. Episode 43 is going to be a special edition, and that's going to be 2 weeks from now. I don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm going to look really quick. 2 weeks, if I'm correct, that should be August 7th will be episode 43, and it's a special episode we did with the Robin web series. It's a really good web series. It's just getting started. I will try and get links down here below. Again, I wasn't totally sure that the live stream was going to work properly, but I believe everything is. I see we have one viewer, and I believe it is Terrence, because he's checking things out. So it'll be cool that Terrence can helm the YouTube Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake, and I can be over in Rob's Rogues, and we can talk that way, and the content will appear on Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake. So I think we can do that, and this is going to be the test to do that. So that's the big update. We're kind of banking some episodes right now. Episode 43, the Robin web series, like I said, will be October 7th. The podcast, we have 2 slots. We are the first and third Wednesdays of the month. Generally, we've been doing a 1-month podcast, but we're starting to get multiple episodes in the can, so we can kind of start doing 2 episodes a month if things line up for that way. So that'll be pretty cool to be able to do. So we've got episode 43 in the can, 44 in the can. Later today, it won't be live, but we're going to be recording something for the YouTube channel that we talked about in a previous podcast, but you guys haven't heard it yet. It'll be for the first appearance of Shotgun Smith, a prominent Robin character, kind of like Tim Drake Robin's Harvey Bullock, going clear back into the early run of Detective Comics. I want to say it's Detective Comics 428. I believe that's correct. I imagine my phone will go off here in a second, and Terrence will say, "No, Rob, that's not the correct one." So when you see the video, I'm sure Terrence will have that information correct, obviously. So that'll be with Ryan Haas. So that'll be a video YouTube content that you will be able to see here on Robin, Everyone Loves the Drake rather soon. As soon as we get it recorded, Terrence gets it puts it together, you'll be able to see it here. So that's kind of what's going on the podcast front. And I've been talking about on the podcast, I've been going through, you can see kind of my messy collection here at the moment. But all my comic book boxes are down here, and I've got quite a few that are open. And this bottom one down here is all my Robin comics, so I'm able to pull them out for the podcast. And I've been saying I've been getting really close to completing the entire run of 183 comics. So I've got some stuff to kind of just show you here, just to kind of make this video a little bit worth your while for checking it out. We greatly appreciate all the love and support that we're getting, not only from the Batman universe, but from the Batman podcast network, and everybody out there that's enjoying the podcast. I know Terrence and myself really appreciate, and it's kind of cool that it's been 3 years now that we've been doing the audio podcast, and we're taking the next step into YouTube. And it's so cool that Terrence is going to be doing a lot of the YouTube content here. And he said, hey, Rob, if you want to pop in and do some stuff too. So thank you, Terrence, for that offer. Here's some stuff that I picked up, and I'm trying to do it in somewhat of an order. If you've been watching Rob's Rogues, you've seen me review a lot of the action figures and things that you've seen here. I do like picking up some of the Hot Wheels stuff, and I blame Chapman Films for a lot of it. I started just picking up different Batmobiles. I've got one off camera here. Here is the BVS Batmobile. And I knew that Matchbox was coming out with the Batwing, but I didn't realize that Hot Wheels was doing a BVS Batwing. So I know it's kind of hard to tell here in the live video. I'll do a proper review over on Rob's Rogues, and I'll upload that video to here. Or maybe even possibly here if Terrence may be like, hey, that might be good to post on here, then maybe it'll be exclusive content that you can only see here. And I just made my camera go fuzzy, which has happened before. That's really cool that I did that. So we may be fuzzy here for the last little bit. Don't get too close to your camera or it's going to look fuzzy like it is here. So I apologize about that, but for you being able to see what I'm going to show you next will be good enough. I've been collecting some of these variants from, I busted the New 52, shame on me, from Rebirth. And I've liked some of these covers that they've come out with. So I've got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Nightwing, Red Hood and the Outlaws. I can't believe I'm going to say this sentence out loud. Scott Lobdell, you did a really good job on this Red Hood and the Outlaws. Granted, it's just a Jason Todd story, but so I picked up a couple other things here real quick. I'll do them briefly. I've got the Suicide Squad variant cover, Birds of Prey, and then the Justice League. I love this Trinity shot right here. I thought that was really pretty cool. I'm not trying to go get all of them. I have seen people frame them in kind of like one long run, so I thought that might be kind of cool. And it's really bugging me that this camera is blurry. So I may do something really quick to just kind of see if I can unblur it. It's not going to work. Hey, there we go. Nice. So I'll try to stay back a little closer. I have been a fan of Batman versus Superman, and I am kind of obsessed with Nightmare Batman. I thought it was kind of odd that Green Lantern 50 got a Batman versus Superman variant. So with having Nightmare Batman on here, I got it just for the variant cover. And now on to some Batman stuff here. Just this last little bit. I'm not going to show you the whole entire stack. This I thought was cool. Batman and Robin art. It's actually for the 75th anniversary, not of Robin, but of the Flash. And I thought this was really pretty cool. So you can see kind of like the homage to Detective Comics there, the Sensational Find in 1940, but it's actually for the Flash's 75th anniversary. So I like how they kind of put those two together. I thought that was really pretty cool. A series that I've always wanted to read that I thought was, back in the 2000s, I never got around to picking it up, and I was really kind of disappointed I never did, and I've been able to find it pretty cheap. Batman Family. And I know right now on the BatmanUniverse.net they are covering this. So it's going to be kind of cool to check out one of their podcasts that's covering this series and follow along with it. I finally got the last issue. This is I was missing 7 of 8. It's 8 issues. I think these were $1 or $2 a piece. Probably this one I think cost me about $2. It's a little mini series. Really kind of feels like Rebirth Detective Comics got the whole entire Bat family, and it was cool. And then the last bit, I won't do those. it's more of the same rebirth, is the Robin series. So not only am I tracking down all of the Robin series, but I want to finish the Red Robin series as well. So there's only 26 issues of this, and I was missing just a couple of those. And for the most part, I had a good chunk of the Robin series. But like I've been saying on the podcast, I've been missing a couple here, a couple there. So I'm now down under 20. It was really cool that Terrence, a couple days ago on the Facebook page, posted this image. And I had just recently picked up this comic. Kind of, you know, a Robin and Stephanie Brown spoiler issue, really pretty cool. I've got it in one of my trades over here. But it was really kind of neat that the day he posted this is the same day that I ended up picking the single issue up. So great minds think alike, I think. One of the last things, I don't know if this is supposed to be a little poke at Terrence or not. He had posted the why he didn't buy this figure, and I do have it. Now, I will say, like, bad on Mattel for not indicating it a little bit better. They did come out with a multiverse line. A lot of us action figure collectors were complaining that, great, Mattel was coming out a few years ago with action figures again, but they were the 3 3/4 inch size as opposed to like a normal 6-inch size action figure. But this is the Nightfall Batman, the Azrael Batman costume. And on the back, Terrence is very good at seeing that real name Bruce Wayne. So what Multiverse has done is gone back through some of the video games and comics. They were more focused on video games and TV and recreating figures. So I've got a couple of them here. So this is from Arkham Origins, the Arkham Origins line. So in the video game, this is your main suit throughout the video game. And as you get downloadable content or as you unlock things, you can get other suits. But because you were playing as Bruce Wayne Batman early in his career, since it's Arkham Origins, all of you are technically Bruce Wayne in the video game, but they're like, hey, do you want to run around in the Year One outfit, or do you want to run around in the Azrael Azbat suit? So I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to run around the Azrael Batman. And in the video game, it came with a challenge map based in Santa Prista. So you can track down Bane's goons. You can track down Bird as Azrael Batman, which I thought was really pretty cool. I think at Walgreens right now you can pick this up for like $3, which is a steal. And there are not very many Azrael Jean-Paul Valley Batman figures made. Mattel did do a 6-inch version. It's just out of my reach. Shame on me for not having it. But it is the Knight's End Batman with the razor sharp cape. DC Direct did do one version of this figure in 6-inch. I would love to try and get that one down. But this is the first time Mattel has done one. So this one and the DC Direct, and there's a DC Superheroes, which is also out of my reach. So this is only the 3rd ever figure. And the body proportions are done in the Arkham Origins size. So he's a little bit bulkier, and I can show you what I mean by that with this next figure. They also did Batman 66, which I apologize it looks so. You see how big and thick? Because they used the armature, the wire armature for the video game, and just reskinned that up. So this looks like a very beefy Adam West right here. You know, still says, you know, Bruce Wayne and everything on the back, which of course that's what it is, but that's why he looks a little bit beefier, because they made it for Arkham Origins rather than the skitty Adam West is. But this was kind of a cool little line that I picked up. I didn't pay like when these first came out, I think they were $10 to $12, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I did pay the $10 to $12 for, you know, this guy. I don't know if anybody heard of him, Tim Drake Robin from the Arkham Knight series. Actually, I may have paid $16 for it because I got it at a convention, and the guy was really trying to, I would say lowball me, but he was trying to highball me. Originally wanted $20, and I said, I'm not paying $20 for it. And I lied and said I can find this over at Walmart for $12 right now, but I'm just lazy and don't want to go out there. So he said, okay, how about $16? And I said, sold. So because of getting a couple of these, I had told myself when these go on sale, because a lot of these are peg warmers, I'll start picking them up on the cheap. I may have paid $9 for this one, but I'll show you one more here. Actually, I'll show you two. Two of my favorite Batman villains. If somebody's ever said, "Hey, Rob, who are your top few Batman villains?" It's not the big ones that people really seem to be like, "Oh, the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler." These are two of my favorites. Hush. I really loved Batman Hush. I thought that was just a great comic. So anything Hush related, this is only the second ever action figure to be made. I wish Mattel made one in 6-inch. DC Collectibles did make one for Arkham City line, so I was glad to have that one in 6-inch scale, but it's cool to have 3 3/4 inch, G.I. Joe, early Star Wars. So here's Hush. Eventually I will review these. We'll see what Terrence says. If he says, "Hey, review them here for Robin Everyone Loves the Drake," then this will be exclusive content to only Everyone Loves the Drake, not Rob's Rogues. And one of my other favorites is Black Mask. I've always liked Black Mask. There's something really kind of sinister about Black Mask when he's written very, very well. And I really started to like Black Mask during the War Games series. Black Mask took what the Joker may do up like 12 notches, and it's not funny. He's just, the Black Mask is going to cut off your hand just because that's what he wants to do. He's just inflicting pain for the sheer joy of inflicting pain and getting whatever information he can get out of it. Not that I'm into that. That probably sounds weird. But there was something scary about the Black Mask. I don't like it when he's written as kind of a joke, kind of like an Under the Red Hood animated series. Once I heard that Black Mask was going to be in that movie, I thought, oh, really cool, but they made him, they kind of, I don't know, they wussed him out a little bit. I wish he was a little bit more evil, I guess. So two of my favorite Batman villains. So thanks for watching this video. This was for a couple things. This is to tell you what we have coming up on the podcast and to try out the Google Hangouts. And, of course, I got my camera all out of whack. So we've got, like I said, on the 7th of August, I believe is what I said, if I can get my calendar to come up right. Yes, the first Wednesday of the month, August 2nd, our next podcast will be up, and that'll be for the Robin series. We had a great conversation with some cast members and creator and writer and director of the series. I can't wait for you guys to hear that. Terrence is still doing his 5-minute comic book reviews on here. I'll probably pop in from time to time for probably more update and maybe a few other things here or there. So thanks for letting me pop over. The Google Hangouts is working, so maybe in a future video, Terrence and I will get on screen together and we can talk sort of side by side about a movie that we've seen or a comic book, or maybe review something that we're not doing over on Everyone Loves the Drake, that maybe Tim Drake centered, but is more something else, So thanks for tuning in to Robin Everyone Loves the Drake. Thanks for humoring me going through this live video here really quick and shooting from the hip. Check us out on Facebook page at facebook.com/everyonelovesthedrake. We are also on Twitter at ELTD Podcast, or you can search Robin Podcast on Twitter. Our email address, if you want to email into the show, we'll read it here live or we'll read it on the podcast, is robineltdpodcast@yahoo.com. The YouTube channel, which you're watching, we're trying to get up to 100 subscribers. That'll allow us to officially name the YouTube channel. And leave us a comment over at the BatmanUniverse.net where the podcast is housed. Officially, we're also on iTunes. I think we're on Stitcher, and we're on some Google Play apps, and we're on Windows Media. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, just search Robin Everyone Loves the Drake, and you will find us. So I'll be signing off, and we will see you guys on the next video and in the next podcast in 2 weeks. We'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.